Hi, all. Welcome to my channel again. So, in this session, we are going to discuss about the interview questions on AWS Part 2. Part 1, I have already posted. So, this is a continuation of that. This is a Part 2, and I have mentioned everything in this blog. If you want to check out this blog, you can check that from this link, which I will be keeping in the description box. Yeah, so let's start now. So these are some of the basic questions which will get asked in the interviews about the AWS. So first question is, can we recover the EC2 instance when we have lost the key? So this is the question which I have faced myself in the interview. You can answer this question like there are two ways to recover the EC2 instance when you have lost the key. We can stop the instance, detach the volume, then create a new instance with a new key pair and attach the existing volume. Then we can finally launch the new instance and terminate the old instance. That way you can answer, and also we can create an AMI from the existing instance and create a new instance out of that AMI, which is we can give a new key pair while creating the instance in the console. So like this you can answer this question. Next question is, what is a gateway? A gateway is a node, which means router, in a computer network, a key stopping point for data on its way to or from other networks. In a workplace, the gateway is the computer that routes traffic from a workstation to the outside network that is serving up the web pages. For basic internet connections at home, the gateway is the internet service provider that gives you the access to the internet. So this is for your understanding. Like the basic internet connections at home is the gateway and the internet service provider that gives you the access to the entire internet. The next question is, what is the difference between Amazon RDS, Dynamo DB and Redshift? These are the DBs databases. So Amazon Relational Database Service, or we can also call it as Amazon RDS, makes the task of setting up, scaling and operating a relational database in the cloud. So a lot of repetitive work occurs in managing and running a database, which obviously becomes a bottleneck in staying ahead of your organizational growth. So Amazon RDS or, or ordinarily provides six databases, which is Aurora, SQL Server, Oracle, MariaDB, and PostgreSQL and MySQL. So the users can continue to use their already existing tools. They can easily manage this without installing any kind of additional hardware or software. And the DynamoDB is actually usually works with bigger enterprise database, so it may require some additional aids and administrations for effective data management. So that way you can answer. And for the Redshift is popularly known for the analytics database, which is suitable to maintain large data volume. It can manage the implementation of big and heavy queries easily against the large data sets. And the next one is, do you prefer to host a website on S3? What is the reason if you answer it either yes or no? If you answer that question as yes, then if it is a static website, when deploying a new website or application, I want you to know that it is always up and available to users while also requiring no attention or maintenance from me. If you want your website to work this way too, use static website hosting. Skip all the hassles of dealing with VPS, OS updates, patches, certificate expiration, etc. If you are running a small business website or a blog, this should be a no-brainer. AWS S3 provides a super easy way to deploy a static site that will virtually always be available, never crash or requires any maintenance. So this way you can answer this question. So these are some of the basics question, I would say important questions, which definitely will get asked in the interviews mostly. So better you go through this part and also the previous part, which is having more than 10 or more than that, I think. So you can follow these two, so that you will get a better exposure and knowledge on like what questions might get asked in the interviews about the AWS. This one I would say is the important one because I have also faced this type of question in the interview. And yeah, that's all for today. Thanks for watching until the end. If you want to check out this blog, you can check that from this link, which I will be keeping in the description box. And thanks for watching.